Welcome to the channel, everybody. So today we're doing something really fun and really cool. But first, I want to show you something that may seem a little redundant if you're new to the channel. But if you're an OG of the channel, then you'll know that we haven't had this in a long time. An actual garage door. Yeah, I know it's a little weird to think, but we haven't had a garage door in like 8 years. Long story why. I know this is so normal for most people, but for me, this is great. And now the 240 can stay in here and not build up dirt and not like look disgusting. It's gonna look so much better, and being able to work in here in the garage and all that. And also my dad's car, he keeps his car in here. It's just so great. The whole garage feels completely different. And look at that. It actually has a garage door. I know it's a weird thing to be excited about, but let's go ahead and get right into this upload. No more talking about garage doors. It's so cool. So today we are going to be working on the 240, and we're going to be concerning ourselves with everything on that table over there. So this is what we're working on today. So these are multiple parts of the AC system. Now let me explain something about this car. Trying to figure out how the AC works in this car is a lot more complicated than you might think, because it is not the AC components that go in here in this part of the engine bay, like the condenser and all that stuff. I'm talking about all the AC components that go in there behind the dash. It's really difficult to figure out what parts you need inside there if you're coming from a beginner perspective, and how to find those parts and all those kind of things, because it's not like you can just Google what under a dash looks like in a 240. So I had to watch a ton of videos of like restoring a dash or pulling the dash off and all that kind of stuff just to get a look at these parts. And then what I would do is try to theorize what these parts were, and then I had to find the parts. I officially have all three here. There's three main parts. So this is the inside of the evaporator unit. That'll go inside this, which I cleaned up. And then this is the top with it and sensor. And then there is the in-cabin air filter unit thingy. And that's this right here. This piece is the heater core. It actually looks, it's a little dusty for sure, but it actually looks really clean. Like if you look inside there, all the fins and stuff are clean. That's really what matters. This looks like it should be connected to something, and it's not. I'll try to figure that out at some point. So first what we're gonna do is rebuild the in-cabin air filter unit, then rebuild the evap unit, and then we'll put everything in. Okay, so I kind of see how it's gonna line up. A bolt that's gonna go in right here. And then there's one down there. That one looks like it's it. Now I'll go grab some sockets to tighten them down, but look at that. One unit in so far. So let's open this and see the condition of the heater core. Oh, that's in great condition. Looks like I'm gonna have to take the dash bar thingy off. Well, time to start the process on getting this big bar out. We have to unbolt the steering rack and then unbolt the bar itself, pull it off, put the thing in, and then we're done. Whoa! So I'm sitting here screwing, and look what I found. The original 240 logo in this little box of bolts. That's hilarious. It's not really usable because it's just in really bad condition, and also is missing, you know, the SX part. But that is really cool that I found that. That's funny. Okay, now. Yep. Okay, it just dropped on my steering rack. That's a lot smaller looking whenever it's actually out of the car. And you know what? Since it's out of the car, let me check if I have any black paint. Okay, now we have a lot more space to operate with. I'm getting the heater core in. So I still have no clue what to do with this cable, but thinking I'm gonna have to take the evaporator unit out to get this in, because it's just not coming off. And I just took the throttle off, or the pedal off. Yeah, it's just not going in. Okay, hit these little gaskets on. Everything's sticking out. exactly how it needs to. The heater core and those things, I'll put these on whenever I have a freed up hand when I'm not holding the camera. So everything's sticking out right. Everything's in. Now, the last little things we need to figure out is, what do we do about this cable? How do I wire it in whenever I get the dash wiring harness? Like when I get the dash wiring harness, if one of these clips is wrong, I gotta replace parts of these to figure out what is right, what is wrong. It's gonna be a lot of trial and error. I can't test if any of this works right now, but once we can actually turn the car on, we'll see if all these little actuators and motors and stuff can move. So all the little screws and bolts are in and stuff, and this thing is in there. Ow, that hurt. Let's go ahead and get the bash bar in here. Bash bar, what is it called? Is it a bash bar? Is it a dash bar, bash bar? I don't know. If you guys know what that thing is called, go on and comment below. But let's go ahead and get it inside here. Well, looks a lot better. It's a little spotty because it was kind of roughed up metal that I painted and I didn't sand it down or anything. This thing's lucky I painted it anyways. So it's in place. Now let's just bolt it in, bolt in the steering rack. So much fun. Wow, this is looking a lot better. Like just having stuff behind that bar and also the bar being black and all that. And again, none of this is going to be shown, so it's a pointless step. But this is starting to feel a little bit more like a car. All right, so it's a few days later, and I want to show you guys exactly what it looks like all finished up. You guys can see we have the heater core, the evaporation unit, and then this little like fan thing. I thought this was a cabin air filter unit. It's not. The S14s don't have cabin air filters, which took me forever to figure out. And then the bar is painted, as you guys know, and it looks a lot better in here. I'm super excited to get the rest done. This video was supposed to have a little bit more content in it. I was gonna have a fabricator come and cut up the transmission tunnel, weld in new plates, all this kind of things, get it ready for the bigger transmission that's going in here. He did show up, he came here and we talked and all that. So he brought his welder that was made for like skyscrapers and stuff, not made for a car. And so he's gonna come back Monday. Today is Thursday. He's gonna come back Monday and with a smaller welder so we can actually do that job. So I'm not gonna throw that in this video, but if you wanna see that, we are gonna do some real fabrication work on this car. So I'm probably just gonna put that in whatever the next video is, even if it's a truck video. So that's gonna be it for today's upload. I do wanna say really quick, we have stuff on order for the truck. I said in a previous video about it that I was gonna do an engine build, and I didn't really go into detail what the engine build meant. Long story short, I have a few things on order for the truck that we're gonna be making 2 videos on pretty soon. And I'll explain everything about the engine build, what's gonna happen with the lift kit, everything on that truck. And so that's gonna be a cool video. Go and subscribe so you guys can see that video and also the future content on this car, like the fabrication and other stuff we're gonna be doing, and the stuff on the truck. With that being said, thanks for stopping the channel. Go and subscribe, hit the notification bell, browse the rest of the videos, and I am out.